The Hey, hi all. Welcome to One Pitch Catch's third and final episode of our IPL previews. Today's set of three teams, the final ones on our lineup, are CSK, RR, and SRH. So we have the squads, and we can
Jaga,
just
one
do a
minute.
quick.
Jaga, welcome all, but I just want to give a disclaimer because I heard a couple of feedback saying that I'm against Ajinkya Rahane based on the last video. I'm totally not. I am a big fan of Ajinkya Rahane, but I personally still don't agree that he's out of the test team, though some other people are given longer ropes. That is for another day. But what we talk here, I will talk for Jaga also, that is
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
pertains only to IPL 2025 and the team selections and our thoughts on that.
Yeah,
So that's all. So as a test batsman, I still feel he has a few more games left in him for India. Okay.
I'm sure he does well, and
Mm,
we'll tackle that maybe ahead of the England series when it comes up.
yes, exactly.
Okay,
Thanks, Jaga.
cool.
You
Thanks
go
for that.
ahead.
Thanks for the clarification. But yeah, I mean, keep the feedback coming. That's how we can also make our points clear as well. Right. So let's have the squads up. Like last time, we'll do a quick walkthrough of the squads and look at all the options that we have.
So I think we'll start with CSK out of the remaining three teams.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see the squads now. Okay, fine. So we have start off with CSK. This is one of those squads that invariably has a lot of hype around it. Ashwin back home where it all started. Lots of videos coming out from him about how the origin story of CSK and things like that. And Dhoni is still around; he's not quite gone, etc., etc. But if you leave all that aside, one thing that I definitely observe from CSK's side is lots of all-rounders types, right? I mean, it's yeah, you can't really call them bits and pieces. They're all very good all-rounders in their own right. But it's almost like they have people that can do batting and bowling, and or there are some that are very good fielders as well. So it's almost like they have a person for every slot and every position types. Without it's not a scary lineup. Like we saw the Mumbai Indians lineup, we said, look, it really looks scary. With CSK, it never quite feels that way. That's one observation. Ganesh, what anything else? What do you feel?
Yeah, exactly, Jaga. This is a team that that you always think that they'll make it to the playoffs, though they will never look as scary as a MI or sometimes a KKR or an SRH. And also, this is the team that knows to maximize home advantage to the best way possible. Among all teams, no one maximizes home advantage as much as CSK has done over the years. They had this big aura of not missing out on the playoffs until the
Yeah,
last five years. But in the last 5 years, they have not made it to the playoff three times. But the remaining two times they have been champions.
yeah,
So they still have something in them. I mean, something with Stephen Fleming and the support staff, and of course MS Dhoni. There is something that happens in the background that even people who don't perform in other teams come and become stars here, superstars here. There are a lot of names who've been like that. And when they go back to other teams, they are not as powerful as they were in LO. So this has happened with a number of cases. They do something right. They are like you said, they are not as scary as the other teams. And they are not a team who are going to scare you with 250, 260, 270.
yeah.
They would score. I mean, in Chennai, they would score 170, 180. Even when they travel, they look at 200, 210 and squeeze somehow to chase it or to
Right.
defend it. In both ways, Ruturaj last year was full time
Hmm.
captain. This is his second year. I'm sure for the talent and the class that he has, it's very extremely unfortunate that he's not playing for India.
Yeah.
Uh, I personally feel that, and I think his captaincy would uh, would be put to a lot of tests this year, and I think he will come out with flying colors. Is my opinion. Though this is not as scary a team, they have backups for every single person.
Yeah.
If you look at the squad, there is a lot of thought process that had gone into picking the auction at the auction table. Everybody has a backup if somebody gets injured and things like that. I mean, even MS Dhoni, who's dicey with his knees and things like that. Of
Yeah.
course, you always have Devon Conway who can keep,
Correct.
and a far-fetched option is Vansh Bedi, who is also a wicketkeeper, an Indian wicketkeeper. If
Oh,
you want an Indian to play in the 11
yeah.
as wicketkeeper, I mean, of course, I mean, given the fact that Dhoni somehow will live with one leg, also will limp for
Correct.
CSK. So there are, and they always have a left arm pace bowler. Bad, not
Oh,
one
okay.
they
Yeah.
have, but this time they have Khalil, who I really rate highly, and again personally I feel he is somehow not making it to the Indian team. I feel a left
Hmm.
arm pace fast bowler. He's very good, and they have Mukesh Chaudhary, another left arm pace fast bowler. Gurjapneet Singh, again another left arm fast bowler who plays for Tamil Nadu in Ranji, and of course they have Sam Curran, who is
Yeah.
not a
Correct.
out and out fast bowler but an all rounder.
Yeah. But
See, if you see
correct.
there and all rounders, there's so many all rounders. Rachin can bowl, Ashwin can bat. Okay,
Jadeja.
Vijay Shankar can bowl. Shivam Dubey can bowl.
Yeah.
Jadeja is a proven all rounder. Anshul Kamboj, who bowls extremely well. I mean, last year he got a 10 for in a Ranji game, if you remember,
Hmm.
Jaga. So he can hold
Even
his
the
bat.
Overton also can bat.
Yes, Overton, of course, he can hit lusty blows.
Yeah.
Overton. So they
Shreyas
have
Gopal. Shreyas Gopal is an all-rounder,
Yes, Gopal
Karnataka.
can hold his bat. Again, he bowls well. I mean, I don't know if he will get a chance to play in the
Yeah.
11 because given the fact that Jadeja, Noor Ahmed, of course, Ashwin and Rachin can bowl and all those things. But
Yeah.
everybody, there is Andre Siddharth, again, is a batsman cover. Ramakrishna Ghosh is again a medium pacer and batsman cover. So they have amazing covers for every position. Extremely very good strategy of team selection at the auction table, I think, and they look to be a playoff certainty to me.
Nice. The only thing there is, so you said they won in 2021, then 23. So now it's
Yes,
25. If there's
yeah,
a pattern there, then they maybe
there is a
something will
pattern
happen.
there. That's the unbudden people will be very happy.
Okay, great. Any other thoughts on CSK? Or we'll just move to the next one.
I think. I mean, they seem. I mean, again. I mean, Pathirana is. You have. If you want to, Pathirana could be injury prone. He bowls extremely well at the death, and they have an excellent replacement for him in Nathan Ellis. Nathan Ellis
Yeah.
bowls extremely well. I mean, though
Very
he's not a Pathirana, but Nathan Ellis can be a Nathan Ellis by himself.
yeah.
He's a very good bowler for Australia. I mean, again, he doesn't get enough opportunities that he deserves for Australia. Also, I feel because
Hmm.
of other people's talent. I mean, whoever I
Correct,
said,
yeah.
say, be it Ruturaj or Khalil or Nathan Ellis, it's not their fault or it's not anybody's
Yeah.
fault that they are not regularly in the 11 because the talent is such that they are
Very
not
good.
able to get into the 11.
Then I guess the other question is, will we still see MS Dhoni coming in just like with 1 over to go or 2 overs to go? And so we'll have to, I think that's also an unknown. That is what he was doing for the last couple of years. We'll see if the pattern is similar.
Yeah, that is what I think. Again, he will do, given his age and the dodgy knee he has. But you never know. Stephen Fleming and co might bring us for a surprise on us. But I
Yeah,
doubt it would be a very huge surprise with MS Dhoni's batting position.
great. Then let's move on to RR, which basically is very, very filled with domestic. Just go to their table. We'll see that very loaded with domestic batsmen. You have Sanju Samson, Yashasvi, Riyan Parag, Jurel, and then you have
Nitish
who
Rana,
else is
Nitish Rana.
Nitish Rana, Suryavanshi, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the 13-year-old. But the bowling is completely foreigners for the most
Yes,
part, except Sadiq Sharma and who's the other guy?
Tushar Deshpande.
Tushar Deshpande, yeah, who used to be in CSK, yeah.
Yes.
So it's a very interesting mixed kind of squad selection that they've gone for. The thing is that, see, I mean, the guys like Yashasvi Jaiswal, Riyan Parag, etc., have been around for like 2, 3 years, and they've had some level of international exposure. Now, I think a lot of teams will be prepared for how they operate, and that period in which they were a surprise is probably not going to be there anymore. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with how people are going to react to them. Yeah, I think that those are the two or three. And I think the interesting part is like Vaibhav Suryavanshi is 13-year-old. He's definitely played at levels way above his age group, whether it's under 19 or other. I think under 17 and under 19 is what he's got exposed to so far. But will he start? We don't know. He certainly seems to have got a reputation in terms of his batting. That's also going to be interesting. RR generally, you see them throw people into the mix and let them, like Sanju Samson is a very classic example, right? He was a very unknown commodity, had a lot of potential. They gave him the opportunities and see where he is right now.
Even
Maybe
Jadeja
they'll
was
try.
that. Even Jadeja was
Yeah,
that.
Jadeja also in the first season. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, that's going to be interesting. Other than that, what else about their squad, bowling wise? Anything else that?
I think I mean, if you ask me, Jagdish, I think it's the exact opposite of what CSK did at the auction table. Like
Oh,
CSK
okay.
covered everybody with a backup or two. These RR folks, I was very surprised when I watched the auction live because having Dravid at the auction table, their strategy baffled all of us. I think
Mm.
everybody who I have spoken to and people were baffled. In fact, the last couple of names that they picked was just to make the squad size 20, which the IPL mandates to have a
Oh,
minimum number of 20. So they were not showing interest in anybody. In fact, if you see their overseas batter is only a Hetmeyer.
yeah, correct, correct. Yeah,
The moment, I mean, there is nobody who can hold a bat also, I think. I mean, Hasaranga, you can call a lower order
yeah.
all-rounder.
He's not
Other
in your top four or
yeah,
four
and even
top
if you
six
call
or not.
Hasaranga an all-rounder, there is no other all-rounder in the entire
Yeah,
squad.
correct.
I mean, Riyan Parag can bowl you 1 or 2 overs. I mean, 2 overs
Yeah,
is a
correct.
luxury to get out of Riyan Parag. One maybe
Oh,
yes. So I think they didn't cover any of their bases properly. So I do not think this team is going to do well. To put it bluntly, they don't have cover. If Shimron Hetmeyer gets injured, they have to bat all Indian batters. I mean, there is
yeah,
nothing
correct.
wrong in batting all Indian batters, but letting Josh Butler go, letting Ashwin
Yeah.
go, Chahal go, Trent Bolt go. I mean, see, you see big names out of the squad. I understand you cannot keep everybody, but they didn't even try. I feel they didn't even
அ-
try.
அ- அந்த லிஸ்ட் வச்சுட்டே ஒரு தனி நல்ல சைட் பண்ணிடலாம் போல இருக்குது.
Yeah, exactly. Like they call the India rejects they make a India team which can probably play India in the final of Champions Trophy. They say no, like that. RR rejects can be the 11th team in IPL. I think I mean, again, now Samson is going to be is injured for the first 3 games.
Yeah.
Riyan Parag is going to be captain. Again, it's leading Assam is a different story. Like we spoke about Patidar and other captains, it's a leading Assam is a different story. Leading Archer and
Right.
Hasaranga and Yashashvi and all that's a different story. So it is going to be very challenging. I do not see them get past the league
Mm.
stage. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then let's move on to the last side that we have as part of the full IPL lineups. Sunrisers SRH again. It's one like similar to what we said about Mumbai, right? It seems very scary, especially in light of what they were doing last year, just scoring runs for fun and just massive scores in the initial 5 to 6 overs and overall as well. I mean, you just look at
Scoring
them opening.
150 in the end of 10 overs, 140,
Ama,
150.
yeah, like just
Insane
crazy, right? So you have Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head opening, and then after that comes Ishan Kishan.
this time.
Like
Yes.
literally, sorry.
Yes, this time Ishan Kishan is also a new
Yeah.
addition to
And then
SRH.
there's Klassen will also bat somewhere in the top four for sure, given his
Yes.
abilities with the bat. So that's
Yes.
a very, very scary top four to deal with. I mean, yeah, they botched up a couple of times in the knockouts and the final. So
Last year.
when it works really well. When it doesn't, it obviously doesn't look too good. But I think
And they have
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
they have Nitesh Reddy also, who
Ah,
was kind of unknown last year, but this year has become a
yeah.
star kind of after his test 100 at Melbourne
Hmm.
and And of course, his performance is not just the 100. Overall, he's been
Yeah.
he can bowl too. He can bowl pretty 135
Right.
plus regularly. And they have Abhinav Manohar, who's a good finisher, who can
Hmm.
score those quick 10, 15 balls, 20, 30, 35 runs. They are very much covered with the batting. I mean, not to say, I mean, the bowling is weak. Bowling is also excellent
Yeah.
with
Yeah. Bowling looks good.
Shami, Harshal Patel. I mean, of course,
Cummins,
Cummins. How can you forget him?
Zampa.
Zampa. They have two leg spinners in Zampa and Rahul Char, who are two good
Yeah.
leg
Correct.
spinners.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have even
Right.
covered him with Zishan Ansari, who's another leg spinner. Maybe he may
Oh,
not
okay.
get a game, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Chahar and Zampa, they have excellent two leg spinners. Uh, of course, they have now picked Vian Mulder for Brighton Cars, who's ruled out injured.
Right.
Vian Mulder again, he can bowl
He's also a
fast,
bowler.
all rounder. He can bat too.
All rounder. Yeah.
He's a lower order all rounder.
Correct. Then you have
So
Harshal and Jaydev Unadkat who can also
Nathkat who
bowl.
can bowl. And Simarjeet was with CSK, who bowls good speed and hits the deck hard.
Hmm.
He is also there. So they have covered pretty well. And I mean the other Malinga, though he's not
Yeah.
as fast as Lasith, I've seen him bowl pretty fast, good Yorkers at the end of the day in the death.
And then there's Kamindu Mendes, who's had a, I mean, he's from a tests perspective, he's had a great few years. He's like in the top notch of batting averages and stuff like that. Fairly unproven in T20, but maybe this is his opportunity to prove himself in that format as well.
Yeah, exactly. He
Uh,
could swing a surprise because he is ambidextrous. He can bowl left arm spin
oh, yeah, correct. He can
and
bowl
right
like that.
arm off spin. So that could be an interesting thing to see in IPL. I don't think we have seen
Yeah,
that in IPL yet.
right.
If he gets to play that, because
Correct.
Klaas and Cummins head are going to take away the three positions
Ama,
by
yeah,
default.
correct. Yeah, yeah.
So you would want Zampa to be unfit for a game for Kushal Mendes to get. I mean,
Then,
Kamindu
yeah,
Mendes
correct.
to get a game.
Right, yeah. And I think from a SRH perspective, like I was saying, what they were doing last year, I really hope they continue batting that way. It is absolutely exciting to watch. Uh, it's just feels ridiculous at sometimes seeing some of the
They
scores.
make bowling a mockery. They make a
Yeah.
mockery of any bowling. But
And it's not like
one
they're doing it only in some venues. They were doing it everywhere.
Yeah, it's not only the home games or anything. They were doing it
Yeah.
everywhere. But one thing I feel is the teams will be better prepared for Abhishek and Travis Head this
Hmm.
time. At least I feel they should be. The teams should be.
Right.
After last year, took him by surprise. I mean, in today's world, nobody takes you by surprise beyond 2, 3 games. Okay, with the amount
Yeah,
of
exactly. That's
video
yeah.
analysis and things that goes on. Okay, fine. You give one season to it, but this season, I am assuming teams should be coming up with a plan for Travis
Yeah.
Head and Abhishek Sharma. And now they have Ishan Kishan and Klassen, all of
Right.
them to deal with. They should have a plan.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's exciting to see Head and Abhishek bat. And given the
Yeah. Yeah.
focus on Head, the way he has tormented India, I think everybody is reading into too much into Head. So I am sure there should be. Even if the Indian think tank has not come out with a plan, so I hope somebody comes up with a plan
Somebody
for
else
Head
comes up with a
so that
plan.
it get passed on to the to India Australia games.
Isn't the plan just to bowl Varun and he'll get out first ball anyway?
Only one ball is faced of Varun. I think
100% of the time.
uh,
Statistically, 100% of the time
yeah,
he's got out the first
that's
ball to
true.
Varun.
That's true. Let us see. And
Okay,
this
good.
Mohammad Shami is a good pick for them. I mean, it makes an interesting
Yeah.
three-way circle. Bhuvi was with
Oh, okay.
Sunrisers. He moved to RCB. From RCB, Siraj moved to Gujarat Titans. From Gujarat Titans, Shami was there who moved to Sunrisers to fill in Bhuvi's
Okay.
place. So it's an interesting three-way circle. So it's a good team. This
Yeah, yeah,
should make it to the playoffs.
definitely. Yeah.
Anything more to add from your side about Sunrisers team?
No, that's about it. I mean, that just brings me to the next question, right? So, who do you see as being your top, say, four or five in the eventual points table? We'll revisit this at a couple of times during the
Yeah, of course we have to.
season, and we'll see how our predictions went.
I think, I mean, MI,
Okay.
SRH, CSK, uh, uh, fourth team would be Punjab, and the fifth team, I would say, who might replace one of these teams and get in could be RCB. I
Okay.
would not say
Okay.
four teams. I would say I am taking the liberty of calling out five teams, Jaga.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think MI, SRH, CSK, Punjab, or RCB. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
What
mine
about
is
you,
very
Jagdish? Do you
similar.
have five, four or five
Yeah.
like that?
I had. I mean, in no particular order. SRH, MI, CSK. I think RCB is decent enough this year that they should be in the top four. And my fifth option, which is basically a team that could knock either of these four off, most likely is will be Delhi Capitals. Just keeping in mind some of their batting strength, and the bowling is pretty good with Kuldeep, Aksar, Natarajan, and Stark and Mukesh Kumar. So I just feel that they have, and the batting is also there. So that's why I feel they'll be a good in the top five,
They don't
basically.
have Brook, so.
Maybe that's an advantage. So, because he didn't, because when in England toured here for the T20s and the ODIs, apart from maybe one or two games, and that was when the series was already lost, I don't know if he actually
No, no, he
had
didn't do
any
anything. He didn't
big
do anything.
impact.
I mean, the smog and pollution troubled him.
Yeah, so that happens. So it's fine. I mean, we've heard about smog and pollution troubling England team since 1993 when I think it was either Gooch or Gower was the captain. So
Okay,
anyway, cool.
that's it.
So yeah, we have the opening match coming up tomorrow, KKR versus RCB at the Eden Gardens. So we'll all stay tuned in for
Stay
that,
tuned.
and then hopefully we have a great game, great blockbuster start to the event. Was KKR versus RCB the lineup in the very first IPL match also?
Yes, I
I
think
think
so. No,
so.
that's when uh,
McCallum's
McCallum
knock.
scored some
Yeah, I
insane
think it was
number of
KKR
runs.
versus RCB.
Yes,
I
yes,
think that
KKR
match was
was
also
RCB.
RCB. In. The
Yes, yes,
RCB
yes,
was the test lineup at that time
yes,
with
exactly.
Vasim
Dravid,
Gafur and all.
yeah,
Dravid, Vasim Gafur.
Chandrapal.
Ah.
So yes.
Okay, great. So we
Okay,
will turn back after the maybe after the weekend or whenever we figure it
we will
out.
keep coming up with stories and videos as and when
Yeah.
time permits, and we will make time. Like Jaga always says, keep doing the good things for our video, share and subscribe.
And
uh,
I would also say because we shared our top four or five list, our audience can also do the same thing. Just leave comments. What do you think your final top four or five table is going to look like? And let's see. Okay, great.
we'll keep coming back over a period of 15
Yeah,
days or
we'll
so
keep
and see
revisiting it.
how are the top four or five that we have predicted
Correct, correct.
perform and where we stand.
Yep, absolutely. Great. Thanks a lot for that, Ganesh. So we'll wind up for today. As usual, do all the nice things by following the channel, viewing the videos, giving us feedback. We've got some good comments. We'll try and take a look at what we can do about them. And yeah, just going back to what Ganesh said earlier, all of this content is very specific to this particular season of the IPL. I mean, we could say things about a lot of other cricketers that are unrelated to this IPL. That doesn't mean that we don't like them as a player in a different format of the game. Ajinkya Rahane, we had concerns about how he would fit in into the KKR setup as a captain, as a batsman, but he's a batsman that should have had a longer career for sure, and hopefully he still will.
Sure, Jagdish.
Okay, cool, great. Thanks a lot for
Thanks
all your
everyone.
time. See
Happy
you.
IPL.
Happy IPL. Bye.